Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aries, February 23, 2023. With today's Moon-Neptune alignment in your solar house, it's a time to get in touch with your feelings about the people in your life. You gravitate to activities that refresh your spirit and connections that inspire you. With Mercury square Uranus, there can be an emphasis on news, ideas, communications, and flashes of insight. Issues surrounding career, business, interactions with those in authority, reputation, and life path can be exciting but subject to pressure, rushing, and off-timing. Your desire to take care of business may compete with an urge to be a free spirit. Avoid succumbing to pressure to produce an idea or project so quickly that you skip steps. Run and hide. Drama is afoot. This is especially true because frustration is here and the planets are pointing directly at you. Mental Mercury, our cosmic messenger planet, has been sizzling and soaring through your solar house of professional achievement. He will arrogantly throw shade over to electric Uranus, now shaking it up in your solar house of identity. This means that you could feel suddenly provoked, prodded, and punched by bad career news that leaves you and a partner furious. The news could manifest in a way that shakes both of you or leaves you at each other's throats. Take a step back before you feel overwhelmed. Conversations about your career path might be stressful as Mercury in Aquarius squares Uranus in your sign. You may feel ready to negotiate the terms of your professional commitments and working relationships, but the conversation may not go according to plan. Instead of doubling down, it might be best to listen to what others have to say and make plans to reconvene on another day. Although you have a clear idea about your career, it might be time to discuss your plans. It is just as Saturn moves into his final 2 weeks in your career sector that a friendly aspect between Mercury here and Mars in your income sector peaks. Mars and Saturn have already moved into that same aspect 2 times over the last 6 months, and while they will come together for a 3rd time next month, it will be after they both leave. Instead, Mercury is acting as a bridge that is once again uniting things on the income and career fronts, and this time, just as both are going for broke. You could feel overly sensitive today. Try not to beat yourself up with your melancholy. You may be tempted to drown your sorrows in a big tub of ice cream, but you know this will ultimately make you feel worse. Consider putting on some relaxing music and getting down on the floor, gently stretching out your muscles. Try to make this into a personal routine and stick to it for a few weeks. You'll be glad you did. Expressing your thoughts and desires will come much more easily for you on this day. Given your tendency to be shy at times, this can be a big help. Even if verbal communication escapes you, this essence can see you finding other ways to get your message across. Try writing a letter or some poetry. Perhaps a picture can paint the words you want to say. Explore some of the possibilities. You're sure to find a way if you take the time to try. It is just as Saturn moves into the final 2 weeks of a nearly 3-year visit to your career sector that Mercury, in his last full week here, forms a friendly aspect to Mars, now in the final weeks of his epic 7-month visit. This is not the first time over the last 6 months that planets moving through your career sector have moved into a friendly aspect to Mars, but it is the last, and with planetary activity on the income and career fronts both at a pivotal point, they are once again joining forces. 2 days after Venus, the planet of love, returned to a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart. She is joined by the Moon, with today's nostalgic lunar vibes adding to an already growing sense of romantic nostalgia. This is giving the early days of a nostalgic trip down love's memory lane that will end with Venus' return to Taurus next month a boost. Our eyes in the sky. Today, we have a planetary alignment that promises to bring unexpected delights and meaningful coincidences. The planet Mercury is in Aquarius, forming a square aspect with Uranus in Taurus, indicating a day of surprises and unexpected twists of fate. This celestial event can inspire us to take action and spread some love and positivity to those around us. Consider taking this opportunity to do something kind and unexpected for someone you care about. It could be a simple gesture like sending a heartfelt message, preparing a surprise breakfast, or leaving a note of encouragement. Whatever you choose to do, let it come from a place of genuine care and appreciation for that person. Don't be afraid to let your excitement and enthusiasm shine through today. The energy of this planetary alignment can spark a sense of playfulness and adventure. Embrace the moment and be open to the unexpected. Remember that acts of kindness and generosity have a ripple effect. By spreading love and positivity, we not only brighten someone else's day but also create a more harmonious and connected world. So let's use this planetary activity as an opportunity to spread some love and luck far and wide. The celestial energies are in flux, and just before noon, the Pisces moon aligns with Neptune, heightening our imaginative powers. This cosmic event presents a unique opportunity to channel our creative energy into our work, be it artistic pursuits, writing, or problem solving. However, the influence of Neptune can also cloud our judgment and make us more susceptible to confusion and distraction. In light of this, it is best to avoid sticking to a rigid schedule today. Our emotions are likely to be more pronounced, and external factors could divert our attention, so it is wise to take things slow in the afternoon. It is also a good time to double-check our work and ensure that we are on the right track. If we must make a decision, it is essential to consider both our hearts and our heads. The emotional influence of the Pisces moon can sway us in a particular direction, but we must also take a logical approach to make wise choices. If we find ourselves struggling to choose between our heart and head, it may be best to delay the decision until we can think more clearly. Remember, our intuition and creativity can be our most powerful tools, but it's important to keep a clear head and remain grounded in reality. With a little patience and mindfulness, we can make the most of the Pisces-Neptune alignment and achieve our goals while staying true to our values. The planetary alignments of the day continue to impact us as we enter mid-afternoon. Mercury in Aquarius now forms a challenging square aspect with Uranus in Taurus, signaling the arrival of unexpected and potentially unsettling news. The resulting changes to our plans may require us to be quick on our feet, and it can be challenging to keep up with the pace of the day. Although we may be tempted to give in to frustration, it's important to stay calm and avoid getting into fruitless arguments. With emotions running high, our words and tone can be easily misconstrued, and we may misinterpret the intentions of others. Instead of engaging in conflicts, it may be best to step back and take a break to avoid making the situation worse. Think of this planetary influence as a mini Mercury retrograde, where it's best to be cautious about what we say and how we say it. It's also advisable to delay important conversations or meetings for another day to minimize the risk of misunderstandings and miscommunications. Despite the potential challenges of this cosmic event, it also presents an opportunity to learn and grow from unexpected situations. By keeping a level head and staying adaptable, we can make the most of the day's surprises and use them to our advantage. Remember, even in the midst of chaos, there is always an opportunity for growth and positive change.